Hey guys, have you ever been stuck in this position? If you don't do jiu-jitsu, it would be pretty weird. But if you do, in this video we'll show you how to pass or pull off some kind of shit like this. Take it back. Stay tuned. What's up guys? Let's dive into the single leg X guard. Now, considering we're stuck in my partner's guard, we have to be aware that as soon as he gets the guard, enter the single leg, is that we have to be aware not only about the leg locks, because if he tries to ankle lock me now, especially IBJF, just with ankle lock, I'm kind of safe because my ankle cannot overextend. But I have to be aware, if he throws me over, it's considered a sweep, he will score points. He can chain into different guards, and my main objective is to either disengage, or better yet, to pass, because that will score me points and top position. Today we're going to look at both. If at any time you have a question, just rewind. Now, first off, if my partner has his grips in place, his foot is going to be on my hip, and I first want to get my balance right. If I'm leaning too far back, my weight is here, this leg becomes very light. It's easy for him to attack it, to lift it up for yokis, or to switch it to the inside, and then attack me with a 50-50 and bring me to the mat, score points. So, I like to be close with my partner, put pressure on this foot, and make some small back steps with this one as I keep my knee close. That prevents him from having a lot of access to invert, or to switch up with an X guard or reverse X. From here, I will try to strip these grips. If he puts a lot of pressure with the toes and I cannot really reach it, I'll just bend my body a little bit backwards as I grab the toes. I won't push the shin down. Now finally, when I have the toes and the shin, I will use my hip to lift it off a little bit. So you can use your hand, so put your foot very strong there. If I just push with the hand, I will get it off, you see? I'm stronger here. But it takes a lot of strength, I want you to imagine doing this with someone really stuck. I want you to use the hip bone and just like push it forward as we strip. Now the first thing we're going to do here, if he doesn't have a really tight grip on my ankle, I will just disengage, step backwards, high step out, and re-engage his guard with better terms. Maybe I can enter for leg drags or Toriando passes here, and just re-engage the entire guard. But I think it's better to pass straight away, with the grips in control. Now it's important, as soon as I strip the grips, to keep them under my control. If I have the foot here, and I let go now, he can either just place it back, or he can circle it out and go into X guard, like so. And he starts attacking the second leg, or different variations there. So I like to keep a hold of this as long as possible. Now the first pass we're going to do is going to be a long step pass. I think you might notice, but check out some details. As I lift my hip, push my hip, strip the grips. Now it's important for me to drop my shin onto my partner. I'm not that scared of heel hooks here yet, because if he tries to go for an outside heel hook, he has no leg configuration and my knee line is free. If I do not put my shin on his body, and I will just pose, so go again, I'll work, back step, open up, I'll pose. Now he can invert. If he inverts, he will start attacking my other leg. So it's very important for me to prevent my partner from inverting. Not necessarily for the single leg X, but for his follow-ups. So we're here, I put pressure on the leg, I dive for the foot, look at my elbow position, guys, backwards. As I push my hip in, strip. Now my shin goes on his body, as I post here. Now if he tries to invert, it's very hard. My shin pushes down. Now it depends if his foot is stuck on my far side glute, the close side glute, or none at all. If it's on the far side glute and I will now long step, he will just extend and throw me over. He will score a sweep. So I have to be aware of that second foot on that far side glute. Watch this. If it's on the close side, so his foot is here, now this leg is free to backstep later on. You can see this, right? Now if it's on the far side, I can either try and force it on the inside, or as I go and open up, I keep control of his far side foot. I will drop in. Now if he tries to put his left foot back in position, it's hard, but also look at this foot, guys. To make sure I strip that hook, I will first step up and then long step over. As I slide off, settle in my pass. So mind that final detail, just rewind. If you long step there, make sure you strip that far side hook. Keep it under control, and first go up, then go backwards, slide down into reverse side control. Okay, so now we have a high step pass, a long step pass. Let's look at the next one. For this one, we're going to use the other side. Same leg. Perfect. Now we're going to look at this second leg. In order to get access to this leg, especially if he's underneath me like this, I will start circling backwards a little bit. So I'll do the same thing. I'll strip. I'll start circling backwards, so this leg is in front of me. So if I stay here and open up, it's underneath me. It's pretty hard to reach now. You see this? And it's easy for him to reach this leg. So then I have to strip grips and maybe he will sweep me. So as soon as I strip, I will start looking backwards. If he tries to circle back, I will keep making smaller circles. From there on, I'm going to pass, swim underneath the leg, and cup it. Start settling in this kind of leg drag or smash pass. From there, I will look for underhooks or chest-to-chest connection and start driving this down, passing. So it's a bit like a leg drop pass. Yeah. In order to gain access to that leg, I want you to circle out. One more time. If I try to reach now, I will just be off balance and will sweep me that direction. So first, heavy on the hip, close to his glutes, look for the foot, strip, make some back steps. As I keep pressure, I really like, kick with your leg please. Yes, that one. I really like to reinforce this, go back. With my elbow on my hip, like so. If you push now, yes. The more he pushes, the more I will not swim with my chest here. I'll put my hip down, and go down. As I swim over, go down. Yeah, from here we can pass in different directions. Smashing. I think this is a really good pass, leg drop pass. Next one, this one is really naughty. So for this one, we're going to look at the first leg again. So I'm going to keep doing the same side single leg exercise so you guys don't get confused. But it was just this leg. Now we're going to focus on this one. I will open the whole thing up once again. I want you to really drill this. And maybe just stay here and ask your partner to sweep you so you get comfortable in this position. Now I'm going to shelve this leg and keep the knee hugged on my shoulder. If he tries to put it back on the hip or switch to X-guard, he's stuck. Now what I want to do is as he starts struggling, I'm going to step, push his knee in, and start going over to like this mount. This would be amazing, but these will prevent that. Go back a little bit. Yeah, thank you. So working with this leg, we're going to shelve it on my shoulder. As I strip, we'll go under, catch it. If he has a strong leg, sometimes you can use two hands, but I don't want him to switch here too much, so keep this tight. Now I want to step over and push his knee in, but he keeps it really tight. I will grab his neck and close a cradle, like so. You could go with S grip, or if your partner is flexible, you can go deeper. Table grip, I like to go S grip here, and I kind of cradle my partner. If you have any question on that, we have some really cool videos on the cradles. Now from here, in order to pass that knee, I will stay up, and I will lift my partner, like so. Now I get into this S mount. Maybe I can step through and start triangling my partner. Yeah. Arm bar, wrist lock, whatever submission you like to do. But at least you can use it to pass. So that gives us a few ways to pass on either side with either leg. Now what's even better instead of passing is taking the back. Let's do this quickly. If you want to see this more, just rewind. In this case, especially if you're not afraid of heel hooks, or if you know you can strip the knee line, and I see a lot of people just backstabbing here and going for the back take. What I really like to do is I like to take the foot as high as possible and push the whole thing down as my knee drops to the mat. I pull my foot out, I backstep over, I reach for the far side shoulder, and I take his back from there. Yeah, if you want to see that again, rewind. You might be getting stuck midway. Let's try to explain this to you. So I'm here, I get my knee to the floor, but my foot stays here. Maybe he's trying to hold on to a heel or whatever. Yeah. Even worse, he's still on his hips a little bit, like so. Yeah. Now I can wedge this knee in between and fall back to my shoulder as I start shaking there and work towards the back. Yeah. So you can wedge it in. You can backstep, roll for the back take. There's a lot of back takes here. I don't want to cover too many because the video will get too long. And the final one, this is one I really like to learn the balance, especially in the gi, is in single leg X. I want you to take away all his possibilities to chain. So even if we're here, he might quickly throw his leg under, over, and I get disbalanced. So what I like to do is ignore this 100%. So keep it real tight. Now this knee blocks me from moving forward. So keep it really tight. What I like to do is I'm going to circle my upper body and grab the collar tie. Now in the gi, it's really nice because I can grab the gi. In order to prevent my partner from inverting, I go as deep as I can with this collar tie and curl him in. Now switch to X-guard. Now my left knee, turn a little bit. My left knee touches his glute. In the gi, sometimes I like to lift the belt a little bit to keep him high stacked. But like so. My toes are on the mat. I want you guys to stop here, be heavy on this foot, and make sure your knee is in a healthy line. So don't be with your knee here, because he will tilt you to the side. Yes, and then you will fall over. So you will see that his left foot has already left my hip if I'm tight here. And past the knee. If you get stuck here, circle your body. In one motion, because this hand is free, go back to single legs. I also like to not just step out, but look at this hand. Pop it. How do I go here? Now stop here and ask your partner, sweep me. Switch to X-guard. Yeah. That's really tight. The only thing might be it's his shin, but we're here. It's very tight. Now he will keep a hold of my ankle. And I couldn't care less. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put all my pressure on him. So I have a base, there's no space to switch, so don't be here. Switch to a low X, boom. This is where you can make space or go for a back trap or whatever. So go back, keep it tight. As he starts moving or reverting, I'll just stay tight. Now I will go into a cross face, and I won't sprawl like to quickly extend your leg, but we'll just grind it out. Bring my knee to the mat, start throwing out. Now I can either, if I feel his shin behind my glutes, pommel, switch to the other side and pass, or pass that side. I really like this way of passing. It's really tight. And my best advice for you guys to train is to not watch the technique and try to mimic it, but to stay in the position and start feeling the balance and the pressure. I want you to get comfortable in that position before you quickly pass. So I tell my students when we train this to not pass from there, to just stay there. To get comfortable with how you put your balance, where you are. Yeah. Same thing with holding the feet. Stay there for 5 to 10 seconds. Ask your partner to sweep you, get comfortable, and then pass. Guys, thank you so much for watching. By the way, big shout out to this new collab rashguard, ENERGIA meets Xmartial. Check it out in their shop and use promo code Tum Energia to get a discount on any gear, not only this one. Thank you guys, see you next one. Oes.